anime start, and we saw Bonnie using a power similar to Luffy's Gear 5 and delivering a devastating knee strike straight to Saturn. After that, Luffy and Bonnie together unleash a relentless barrage of punches, completely overwhelming Saturn and beating him down mercilessly. Meanwhile, the ancient robot stands facing the remaining 4 elders. At that moment, it recalls the words once spoken by Joy Boy and asks itself, is this the right time? Should I use it now? At the same time, our crewmates are seen riding the ship and descending directly toward the sea. Seeing them, Luffy along with Dory and Brogy feel relieved and happy. However, St. Ethan Baron is still chasing the ship from behind, attempting to stop them. Zoro notices this and turns his attention toward him. Switching back to Vegapunk's broadcast, he explains to the world that Roger may have intentionally set everything in motion. During his execution, Roger's final words, "You want my treasure? You can have it. I left everything I own in one place. Now all you have to do is find it," ignited the great era of piracy and sent the entire world searching for the One Piece. Vegapunk clarifies that this does not mean whoever finds the One Piece will automatically be the person Joy Boy desired. Rayleigh and pirates across the world hear this message, and many of them surprisingly resonate with Vegapunk's words. The scene shifts to the Red Hair Pirates ship, where Shanks is drinking excessively. His crew tries to stop him, worried that he has already had too much. At Crossguild's base, Buggy's crew grows fired up after hearing Vegapunk's message. They chant Buggy's name, pushing him to chase the One Piece. Meanwhile, at Marine headquarters, officers argue that the Navy must find the One Piece before any pirate does. Hyena interrupts them, asking who will protect civilians if the Marines abandon their duties to chase treasure. Vegapunk continues, stating that what has begun can no longer be stopped. The future of the world now rests in the hands of the one who claims the One Piece. This declaration shocks the entire world. People fear that the future may fall into the hands of a pirate, or that the world itself may sink beneath the sea. However, the confirmation of the One Piece's existence ignites excitement among pirates everywhere, even among those imprisoned. Many vice admirals are left in disbelief, unable to understand how Vegapunk could reveal such truths to the world. Kobe remembers a conversation from long ago, when Luffy told him he would become the king of the pirates and obtain everything the world has to offer. Remembering this, Kobe resolves that he will never allow Luffy's dream to come true. Back at Crossguild, Buggy finally declares that they too will obtain the One Piece and create a new world. He asks Crocodile for support, only to be coldly told to sit down and stay quiet. Elsewhere, aboard the Blackbeard pirates ship, Van Augur and Katarina Devon are seen leaving Egghead Island. Katarina contacts Blackbeard, telling him they have captured Caribou. Though they nearly killed him, Caribou claims to possess information that could greatly benefit Blackbeard. Blackbeard orders them to bring Caribou to him, but warns that if the information is useless, he will kill him himself. Vegapunk's message resumes, and he is about to reveal a massive truth, stating that Joy Boy was actually... Before he can finish, St. Warcury launches a devastating attack on the ancient robot. The transponder snail inside it is destroyed, and Vegapunk's broadcast permanently ends. Across the world, people are left stunned, confused by the sudden silence. The ancient robot is badly damaged, its parts shattered. Seeing it fallen, Dory and Brogy are shocked. St. Warcury declares that Vegapunk's message is finally over, and along with Jupiter, decides that no one will be allowed to escape alive. Saturn, despite being beaten by Luffy and Bonnie, regenerates once again. Above, St. Ethan Baron closes in on the ship. Usopp and Chopper panic, while Nami urges Zoro to act. Zoro steps forward, preparing to face Ethan Baron. Below, the ancient robot struggles to rise and softly apologizes to Joy Boy. Luffy asks if it is okay. The robot explains that the person it remembers looked just like Luffy, reviving memories from long ago. It apologizes again, saying it failed to make Joy Boy king. Confused, Luffy is asked his name. He proudly shouts, "My name is Monkey D. Luffy, the man who will become the king of the pirates." Hearing the name D, something awakens within the ancient robot. It stands, provoking St. Warcury, who prepares another attack. The robot smiles, presses a button, and releases a rope sealed within its body. As the knot loosens, an overwhelming wave of Supreme King Haki erupts across the island. The Haki is unlike anything ever seen before. Navy officers collapse instantly, vice admirals lose consciousness, and even the elders are frozen in place. Luffy watches in awe. The ancient robot thanks Luffy for allowing it to hear the drums of liberation once more. It promises Luffy that he must never die and releases all the sealed Haki at once. The 5 elders are forced back into their normal forms and are sent back to Mary Joyce. There, Imu senses Joy Boy's presence within the Haki and becomes enraged. The Straw Hat ship safely lands in the sea. Luffy rejoices at seeing his crew crew again. Usopp and Chopper cry with relief, while Nami finally relaxes. She asks about the elders, and Luffy simply says they disappeared. Dory and Brogy are left stunned, unable to understand how the ancient robot used Haki so powerfully. Sanji checks on the crew, and Nami explains that although they are safe, Atlas and Edison sacrificed themselves. Saturn, still on Egghead and heavily injured, approaches the ancient robot. The robot recalls the moment Joy Boy sealed his Haki within it, instructing him to use it only when the right time came. At last, we see Joy Boy's appearance as he tells the robot that even after his death, he will help when the time is right. The robot understands and thanks him, smiling as it realizes it will never truly be alone. With this emotional farewell, the ancient robot's story comes to an end, and the episode concludes.